All right, so stage 5 is math class in the morning. You'll start here with 3 of these little cards, and the first thing you do is flip one over. I have gotten a 2. Well, remember that. There is a machine gun prop, not here at the moment because it's being used. You will pick up the machine gun, go through this muddy tunnel, over to the rooftop prop. You get underneath the roof prop, and you will then have to engage paper targets with your rifle. You engage the targets that are divisible by the number that you drew. So I just drew a 2, so I need to engage every paper target that is divisible by 2. Once you complete that, you'll unload your rifle, show that it's clear, then the 180 doesn't apply, throw it on your back, and continue to the next bay. Once you get over to this bay, you will continue to the car, take your rifle and the machine gun prop, put them both in the trunk of the car, then you enter the vehicle through the passenger window. Can't open the door, go through the window. Once you're in the car, draw your pistol, charge it, load around, and then engage the 5 targets that are divisible by the number that you drew. So you're engaging targets with a rifle on the first bay, with a pistol on the second bay.
All right.
Okay.
Are you ready? Yep. Stand by.
3.
It's not going to blow up. How clear is it?
It'll be all right.
Okay.
3. I don't know, front sight post, all right. All right,
Okay,
save it.
Clear it. Clear, let's go. Two. Watch that muzzle. Oh.
I got 3.
What is? Two.
clear, let's go!
Dale Earnhardt there. If you are finished, unload and show clear.
My rifle looks awesome now. So does yours.
It looks very Vietnam. I would say this looks pretty Vietnam as well. And I think I got more mud on mine than you did on yours somehow.
I was very careful with mine, especially the muzzle.
Yeah. I was a little less careful, and I actually did get a bunch of dirt and debris in the little slant brake. And when I got to the shooting position, the RO's like, you need to clear that. And I kind of looked, and it wasn't in the bore, it was just in the slant brake. So I went, nah, it'll be all right. And it sort of was all right. Not completely all right, although it turned out okay.
I saw that while you were going through the stage,
Yeah.
and I made sure to step behind another shooter.
Okay. When I pulled the trigger, I didn't notice this, but we found it out later. I got all the proper hits on the right numerically ordered targets, but there was a jagged hole, like a rock hole, in 10. And there was a little constitutional convention right there between the ROs whether or not it was a bullet hole or not, which it was not. And they decided, I didn't, to not penalize you for it because it turned out it was actually a rock that came out of the slant brake and went, phew. So I had a buck and ball situation. So because it wasn't a bullet, they decided that it wasn't a penalty. Not my call.
I think it should have been.
Well, that's their call. You know, once in a while, that's the way this works. Remember in Finnish Brutality when my little can slid off the thing? I'll take this as this is my alternative side of the magnet in which it went okay. Yep. But anyways, it's interesting to see that, you know, it rained last night.
Yep.
And we designed this without rain in mind, and now it's turned into this disastrous mud pit.
It's awesome.
It is really gross.
It's really cool.
And we saw one shooter, which we're going to have on the footage here. He actually blew up his muzzle device.
Yeah.
Shooters now are taping up their stuff with like tape and little Ziploc bags and stuff, which is field expedient.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah, it is.
So overall, I think carrying that machine gun was a huge bonus to the stage. Like that kind of made the stage.
Okay.
I miscalculated how best to move that thing when we started. I was trying to drag it by the muzzle, but there's nothing out at the end of the muzzle. And so I kind of had to recalibrate. Getting through the car window actually went better than I expected.
Okay.
This Alice type gear adds a lot of girth, and I was a little concerned about being able to squeeze through the window, but that went okay. For me, I did the whole thing pretty fast. The problem was I had a shoot through on one of my pistol targets.
104 and 105 are aligned kind of like this.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
And it's possible engaging either one of those, depending on your position in the car, to bloop, and I guess you just barely clipped it.
So I shot it once, being very careful, and it was clean shot, but I could see, because it's a 45, I could see the hole, and it wasn't an A zone. And this match is requiring 2 hits anywhere or 1 in the A zone.
Yes.
So, I got to shoot it again, and in my second shot I wasn't quite as careful, and I clipped the target in front of it.
So what was your time?
I did it in 1:22 plus a 60-second penalty.
And I was 149 clean.
Yeah.
After the RO's constitutional convention.
That was my chance to pick up about 30 seconds, and I blew it.
Instead,
I lost about 30 seconds.
There's still 3 more stages.
There are, yes.
One more thing I didn't remember to say is that if you look at the front sight, I don't know if you can zoom in on that a little bit, how muddy that is. When I brought up the sight picture to shoot, I actually could not see through the front sight. And I don't know if you caught this on footage, but I was trying to clean it out with my finger, and I actually just decided I couldn't, and I just used the circle as my aiming reference. I pulled the trigger and hoped the mud would blow free. It hasn't completely blown free, as you may see, and I'm going to have to actually clean my front sight off. But when I brought it up, it was just a blob of mud captured in the ears. So another real-world thing.
This was a lot of fun.
The only way you find this stuff out is by doing it.
Yeah.
So we got 3 more stages left for day 2 of Deseret Brutality 2019. Hopefully you enjoyed this muddy mess. So good thing I got baby wipes, and I'm working on this, but you had something else to say.
Yeah, I forgot. I actually had a malfunction right at the beginning of my rifle shooting. We ran this with the chamber empty and a loaded magazine and bolt forward. And when I got into under the tunnel there, I charged the rifle and I didn't fully get the round seated, I think. Pulled the trigger and I got a click, so cleared it. I'm not entirely sure what the issue was. Might have been the magazine, might have been me not charging this all the way. If viewers look closely, they'll notice that the second time I do actually mash the forward assist.
You did?
Although it didn't do anything.
No, it won't.
Like the second time, the bolt was all the way forward.
But what happened was a round in the chamber, right?
Well, the first time there was a round in the chamber, but the bolt was not fully seated.
Oh, okay.
I think.
And the forward assist did not assist you?
No. Well, I didn't try it the first time.
Oh, okay.
What I did was rack the rifle. I got a click, so I racked it, and that gave me a double feed. So then I pulled the mag, cleared it, put the mag back in, charged it again, and it ran.
I know that this is controversial with the audience, but with ARs, I am a proponent of tap rack. If that doesn't work, do exactly what you did. Pull the mag, run the action, seat the mag, reload.
Are you going to tell me that you don't like the forward assist?
No, I'm going to say
Nobody knows that.
I'm going to say that I'm with the Air Force on this. I have so rarely ever seen it do anything but make things worse. And in this instance, it didn't make it worse. It just didn't help. So it cost a little time. But if there was mud in there and you smashed that thing, you know what you did? You just smashed a bunch of mud deeper into the recesses. So
Anyway.
interesting. But it wasn't a Brownell's mag, right?
No, it was an original Colt mag.
Okay. So who knows? Weird.